You a Star Wars fan? Because you'll be amazed at number one, that a lot of women might be into the shit that you're into, but you're so worried about her judging you that you don't give it half a chance. But also some of the things that you're not into, you'll be amazed at how women would want to get into it because they want to get closer to you.
A lot of times they say shit like, "Oh, I'm free on weekends," or I'm usually free on Thursdays," or whatever the hell. So if it makes sense, then I schedule a date.
If she really liked you from the get-go, there would be no reward system you would have to look for to do anything for, right? Because it would automatically be there, And I like to do this in conversation sometimes. When you're speaking with somebody and you'll hear a girl say something like, "I'll never do this," or "I don't like this," or "I don't like that." And then you'll notice you'll say, "Nah, I kind of like it. I like it when blah, blah, blah." And she's like, well, yeah, when you say it like that, I like it, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you switched up awfully fast for somebody that just really said they don't like something. And so, there's always been clues out there for fellas to understand, like, yo, if they really like you, they will change their whole political party.
They're not giving her real instruction. They're not letting her know what it really is. And most dudes don't do it. Most dudes don't say what it is because they're afraid to hear no, or they're afraid to bring up sex too early and all of this and all of that. But the bottom line is this. Either, again, and somebody said it, either she's feeling you or she's not. You understand? Either she's feeling you or she's not. We got to stop all this nonsense, man. Guys are too afraid to hear no, and it's like I'd rather hear no than to waste 2, 3, 4 dates and time spent, money spent, and all this other shit just to find out that you wasn't feeling me any damn way. You see what I'm saying? But so with me, first date is cool. If you don't want to do it on the first date, no problem. You could be on your period or whatever it is. There's a lot of things that could be off on the first date, right? It doesn't matter. But second date, you gotta know what it
is. For me, I like exclusive vagina to me. And that's because I don't want to catch nothing to have my later years messed up. And I like to stroke without no condom on. It feels great.
No.
So I like it.
So you like to be hugged by the sugar walls? You like to be hugged?
Yeah. I like that velvet, plush velvet. The smoothness. So,
but even then, Jay Roman, I hear you.
He don't get up for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason is because he has to conserve his energy to do 3 full workouts a day up until his competition date. You understand? So when he's in season, he literally just works out as hard as he can. Then he sits on the couch and his wife brings him everything. The only thing she don't do is fucking piss for him, right? So what I'm saying is, it's one thing to have a wife that does it, because you said earlier, these were the words you used. You said a woman who says, "Oh, I rock with this dude, so I don't mind doing this." But see, it's a difference between a woman who doesn't mind and a woman who cheerfully wants to do it. Understand the position of a simp. Make sure you understand the position of a friend zone nigga. Make sure you understand that a man doesn't do anything for nothing. You understand? So run the game, be careful, and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's right there, Jay Roman. And that's the problem. Your main chick should always be prioritized over all the new chicks. Right? The new chicks should not get preferential treatment. Right? So what would make it difficult for a lot of women is if you're giving girlfriend treatment to the new chick. Right? So this is why when you very first meet women, you have to establish boundaries and parameters where they got to earn everything. So that way, when the main chick is with you and she knows you're dealing with new women, she knows they have to go through the gauntlet too. They just don't get shit quicker. Like
beats be the maze. Hosts on the mic, Kerry K set in the blaze. Sagging, Miles Cunham with the game so tight. J. Roman lit the torch, keeping it right. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law. Kerry K drops jewels, the crowd enthralled. Words cut deep, no need for brawls. Miles Cunningham, tactics sharp like a dagger. Navigates the game, makes the haters stagger. Journey to manhood, no easy feat. Lessons from the masters, words concrete. J. Roman with the keys, opens the door. Manhood's the path, gotta crave for more. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law.
Law.
Yeah. What's good?
Yeah.
What's going on, my bro? What's going on with you?
Chilling, man. What's going on with you, man? How's everything?
Hey, man, I can't complain. I'm waiting for some scattered rain showers. It's not as sunny in San Antonio as I like it to be, but, I'm making it.
All right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. The weather down, I'm sure the weather down there is I mean, except for the rain, is it got warmer already, hasn't it?
Oh, hell yeah. It was 90 something the other day, and I'm like, God damn, I wish it would get cold again just for a little while longer. Like, I like around 60, 65 is perfect for me. 60, 65.
Yeah.
When it gets to be about 85, 90, I'm like, I started looking for some water to jump into at that point and shit. Like, hot out here. But what's going on with you, man? You got anything you want to promote?
Yeah, man. Guys, make sure you go to CunninghamElements.com, and I've been telling guys about my designer fragrance soap bar, and it is inspired by the fragrance Tom Ford effing fabulous or fucking fabulous for the vulgar. But right now I got 4 bars left. Guys been ordering it. I got 4 bars left. So if you want to try it, please, get your order in. And that's what I have in inventory right now, just 4 bars left. So if you guys want to try that out, go ahead and get that. And of course, we still got all the other flavors of soap, all the other fragrances of soap. And we also have Masculine Identity Parfum, the fragrance, and Masculine Identity Sport. So, you're probably going to stock up on the fragrances because they're really good, spring and summer fragrances. So you could get out there on a dating scene and make shit happen. And man, make sure you also go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Right now, we're going through a series of how to implement systems. Last week, we did the approach system. This week, we're going to be doing the dating system. So, guys, the beautiful part about systems is that when you have a system set up, you can set it and forget it, and you ain't got to worry about nothing. And then, of course, make sure you guys go to shoplucario.com and get the new program, What Men Wish They Knew About Women, that features April MC, and also get your dating consultation and how to master the vetting process. So go to shoplucario.com and get those programs, man. You need that. And shout out to K-Zag. Let's have a good show. Shout out to the audience and the people in the chat. Let's get it.
There we go. Appreciate that. So
yes,
real
sir.
quick, my Patreon people, channel membership people, just be on the lookout. Also, for those of you who haven't checked out the Patreon or the channel membership, the links are in the description. If you're so inclined, just go give it a gander. Just go take a peek. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't feeling it, then dip on out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Every relationship has this unspoken power structure. We do have a video for you guys. I just want to say this. I was watching you and Lucario, I believe it was yesterday. I want to say it was yesterday, where a guy called in and he was talking about how he left one of your soaps at his mother's house. And he was asking for the soap. And she was like, what soap? That ain't your soap. That's my soap. And how she cannot bathe. She cannot take a bath with anything else other than that soap.
I'm telling you.
And guys, y'all need to clip that shit, because that shit right there, you can't get no better promo than that shit. Family members keep ganking your shit.
Yes.
But also it speaks to the quality, because this is an older lady, mind you. So she's been around for a minute. So the fact that she's keeping it, and she says, I cannot bathe with anything else other than this. She says, I haven't ran into anything of this quality. You can't get this back. But go ahead.
Nah, real talk. I'm not even surprised, man, because I put a lot into my soaps, man. I put a lot of hard work and serious patience. And, you know, like I said, I do the rendering and all the processes myself. I'll be in the kitchen cooking up for real. I'm on some Tyler Durden shit for real. For those that don't know, check out the movie Fight Club. But shout out to Jarrell for calling in and letting us know that his mom done taxed him and gangstered him out of his own bar of soap. Facts.
That's some dope shit. Jay Roman, what's good, fam?
Jay Roman in the building.
What up?
Yes, sir.
My levels all right? Everybody hear me? We good?
Yeah, we got you. That's what's up.
All right. I had to make sure I'm not zagging in this thing.
Hey.
Zagging in this thing, huh?
It's been known to be infectious.
I thought I was about to, though. The computer was acting up. So what we got today, Zach? What we got today?
So we do have a video. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get it ready right now. Before we play this video, though, okay, look at the title. Every relationship has this unspoken power structure. And real quick, guys, if you do have a question, put a Q in the chat followed by your question. I would highly suggest you get those questions in as soon as possible. Also, we do have the call-in line open. 1-844. Damn, I gotta wait for this shit to come back around. I gotta remember this shit. I say that shit every fucking show. I say that shit. The call-in line is open. This shit take forever to come back around. 1-844. God damn it. 672-7300.
Yep.
1-844-672. I remember that shit. It came to me. All right. So call in $5 for a question, $10 for a story. And let me just throw this up there, because before we play this video, I want guys to have this on their conscience. Dating isn't equal, and it never was. Every romantic or sexual, or we can say or sexual interaction between a man and a woman operates on a simple but often unspoken structure. Who is leading and who is following? Always. So let's go ahead and get to this video whenever you're ready, Miles.
All right, and so let's play it all the way through, and then stop it in, you know, on the second go round.
Bet.
Who's that?
I don't need to tell with you who he meant.
Who is the guy on?
It's my friend.
What friend? He had no show. Excuse me. I'm over here.
You want to hear?
I want to see who.
No, it's my friend. Only my friend.
There was a guy with his shirt off, and you won't show me who it is. He just a friend.
My friend.
From where?
I don't need to tell with you.
You don't need to tell me.
Yes, it's my private life. I never asked you about when you chatting with a girl.
I never text with a girl and have a girl with a shirt off. You liar. You lie.
You always say, I'm lying. I'm not lying. You are not. I don't need to show you.
You don't need to show me?
I don't need to show you.
Good luck.
Why?
All right, good luck.
I feel so bad for him.
Good luck. Violet, she's not sharing information with me. I asked her straight up if she's dealing with someone, and I know what I saw. It's just another thing that I have questions about. And to be honest, it's like, what the is going on? Good luck.
This is like jumping from fire onto fire. It doesn't look or sound like truth at all. Anyway, I hope he's found what he's searching for.
All right, there we go.
So he says, I don't know what's going on. Allow me to shed some light, my brother, on what's happening to you, right? So again, every relationship has this unspoken power structure. I don't care what women say about love, about partnership, that goofy ass term going around. There's always somebody leading and someone following. There's always somebody who has more of a dominant personality than the other person. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. There's always someone leading, someone following. Now, shout out to all the passport bros, right? Because I really want to holler at y'all just for a moment. And I want you to understand that no matter what continent you find yourself on, what country, what province, what township, what town square, what village, it matters not. Women will always gravitate to the men they are the most sexually attracted to first. And the guy with his shirt off, that's the guy in her phone that she's most sexually attracted to. The guy right there, the guy that's in a foreign country looking for a foreign woman because their culture is different and they grew up traditional, and they're supposed to be more submissive. Well, so much for that. So this video blows that shit out the fucking window, right?
Fact.
So what happens is you will have women in these foreign countries because, they broke and shit and their family live in, cinder block, homes with 10 huts and shit, 10 roofs. They will fuck with you for the money, right? And I said this in a recent video. Guys just need to understand when it comes to the ecosystem of game, where you're at. And the totem pole, where you're at. You need to understand that if women are fucking with you because of your money or your resources, that's just what it is. It ain't for no other reason than that. And what will happen is women will always find their way back biologically to the men that make their pussies moist. Y'all got it.
Ooh, real talk. Yeah, this is my first impression is with the guy. The guy, he seems to love to ask a lot of questions. That's my first impression with this dude. Like, again, my thing with dealing with women is that we as men, we need to give way more instructions than we do questions. And I think the problem with a guy that asks a lot of questions is that the reason why you ask a lot of questions is because you don't have a solid program. You don't have a way that you like things to be. You don't have, like, when they say the phrase my way or the highway, well, he doesn't know what my way actually is. He hasn't defined it. Because he doesn't have a masculine identity. And there's a lot of things going on that he's still allowing her to have a certain type of say in what's going on because he's deferring to her and he is putting her on some type of pedestal, which is why he's in trouble. She's disrespecting him. She's not complying with him. And all he's doing is continuing to ask questions. And so, it's just interesting that when I look at this, it makes me want to talk to the passport bros. Like, so what's going on here? Like, how come he's in a foreign country? He's dealing with an Asian woman who they say is more submissive, but how come he can't get her to act right? Like, he's walking in one direction and she's walking in another direction. He's talking about, hey, I'm over here, and she's not even. You know what I mean? So it's just interesting to see that the game is necessary no matter where you are.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Like, hey, what's that? I don't have to show you. Okay. So what more is there to say? Okay. And you would think, in a place, let's just say this place of power, right? Where these guys believe that money should bring them, the status of that should bring them pretty much everything they want to bring them, right?
Right.
So he could take his money and go somewhere else quickly, right? So, oh, okay, all right, on to the next. Good luck,
right.
But he is steadily, I think you're still hiding things. I don't think you. So he's dealt with this prior to,
right? Exactly.
I think you're still hiding. Still means that it was done before. So in this place where it's supposed to be better, it's not. And the only reason is, and this is what it's not just for passport bros, it's just anybody really trying to make a change. If you move somewhere and you go to do something different, you're still you.
Right.
So you're the one you need to focus on more, because you bring your same desires, you bring your same attitude, your same speech, your same thing to somewhere else, the same people you are attracted to. That's why sometimes when people say, "Oh, I need to move out this area. I'm getting in nothing but trouble." And then you move to another area and you're still getting in trouble because that's the element that you're most comfortable with, the element that you attract. He has an element of no game. That's going to follow him no matter where he's at. And it's only a matter of time before it completely comes out because he really didn't work on him as far as when he went over there. He went over there with saying, my money should do it all. And that's how he felt wherever he was at. I'm quite sure. And in the United States, he was like, hey, I got this money. I got this status. It should do it all. Oh, it doesn't? Well, let me take this money and status over there. And it's still not doing it all. The elements are still the same because the element is you and you got to work on you.
Facts. Real talk.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, we got Mr. Justin in the building.
What's going on, Justin?
All right. What's going on, Mr. Justin?
Yeah, this is an interesting video. I mean, you guys are spot on. I mentioned in the chat that no matter what country the person's from, where the woman's from, they've got built-in loser detection, like baked into their operating system, like every woman, because it's in their hindbrain, you know, because their biology says don't mate with a loser. Even if on their conscious level, they're not seeking to get pregnant or anything like that, that thing is still going on in the background, like a background app. And so they're just pre-wired to like not get with losers. So when that comes up and she starts sensing this, then that's when she's going to start deviating this way, that way, you know. But as far as like the foreign women like getting, you know, like easier and so on, like in a way, it kind of is in the sense that there's a lot of family values and they have a hierarchy structure built in. Like you don't fuck with your elders. Like the grandfather or the great grandfather goes over everybody. The great grandmother goes over everybody. So there's like a hierarchy structure that's built in, but that doesn't mean that if a guy doesn't know what he's doing, can benefit off that. You know, it's like if I hand like a Formula One car to somebody who doesn't know how to drive, that car's worthless. You know what I'm saying? Its value only gets appreciated by the person who knows how to use it properly. So that's how I see like these foreign cultures that have these structures.
I wanna go ahead and play it again and then stop it at a certain point.
Who's that?
I don't need to tell with you who he man.
Who is the guy on?
It's my friend.
Well, what friend? He had no show. Excuse me. I'm over here.
You want to hear?
You see, like that entire exchange is that entire
blatantly disrespectful.
It just shows weakness on like she's bro. Like I don't want to say that she's not afraid of him because I mean, you know, we're not talking about any type of relationship where she should be afraid of him, but it's like not only is she not afraid of him, she has no respect for him. Like it's just, oh man. And what I want to say too is that the way he's behaving, you could tell that is his way. Like that's how he behaves, whether he's in the United States or he's in wherever the fuck he probably in Philippines or somewhere. But the bottom line is
he's a pushover.
Right. No matter where you go, there you are. Like this is sad, bro. This is
on the scene.
My friend, only my friend.
There was a guy with his shirt off, and you won't show me who it is. He's just a friend.
My friend.
From where?
And let me tell you something. If I'm ever dealing with a chick, and it's to the point where I need for her to show me what's going on in her phone and all this other shit, I already know I've lost. I've already know I'm fucked. You understand?
Let me add this. Oh, go ahead, Miles. My bad. Go ahead.
No. You got it.
No, I just want to say this, and it goes back to what all of us say, either as a collective or all of us say on our own, you know, platforms and what have you. Guys, when you very first meet women, we can talk about sexual attraction. We can talk about all of that shit. What's gonna happen in every encounter is very quickly it's gonna be determined whether or not the woman is following you or whether or not she's running the show.
Right.
And she's gonna know. She's gonna know based on how you approach her, how you interact with her, how you respond and react to what she's doing and or saying, the fact that you're not assertive, the fact that you're not decisive, the fact that you're not direct and very intentional about what you want. and you basically tell women, look, if you fucking with me, we're doing it this way. Period. There is no negotiation, no voting. We're doing it this way, period. The problem with this is most guys. See, a lot of guys are going to see this and be like, oh, no. The only difference between him and y'all is his shit got caught on camera. That's the only difference. Y'all got it.
Real shit. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna keep playing it.
I don't need to tell with you.
You don't need to tell me.
It's my private life. I never asked you about when you chatting with a girl.
I never text with a girl and have a girl with a shirt off. You liar. You lie.
You always say, I'm lying. I'm not lying. You are not. I don't need to.
See, and that's a mistake too, because you could tell he's putting all his eggs in one basket. Like everything is about this one chick right here. You know what I'm saying? So I've never texted with a woman and her shirt's off. Like, what are you talking about, bro? And then there's the whole tit for tat like energy right there. Like, well, you've done this and I've never done that. And oh man, when you start getting into that, trust me, when you start getting into that type of conversational dynamic with a female, you're done, bro.
Hold
on, we got a call. All right. We got 786. You're on live with The Manhood is a Skill Set Show. Name, age, city, and where did you send it? 786 going once. 786 going twice. 786 out. All right. So Leah, let's get back to the video real quick.
Real quick. Let me read this. He said the guy in the video has no masculine identity. Yeah, I agree with that. And the truth definitely is not inside of him.
Right.
But bitch made is anyway, his manhood has no skill set. He has no dominance, and he has no way. He has no structure and no self-respect. Shout out to Unique.
There you go. You include everybody in this shit. Great marketing. Let's finish this shit up.
Why?
All right, good luck.
I feel so bad for him.
Violet, she's not sharing information with me. I asked her straight up if she's dealing with someone, and I know what I saw. It's just another thing that I have questions about. And to be honest, it's like,
you see, another thing that he has questions. Why you got so many questions, bro? 786, you're on live with The Manhood is the Skill Set Show. Name, age, city. Where did you send it?
Oh, shoot. I haven't sent it yet. Hold on.
Right,
I sent it a couple of weeks ago. I'll send you
another
one.
Hey, send it, call us back. Send it and call us back. That's it. All right, let's get back to
Miles, let me say this about this guy, right? And this is what you guys have to understand. See, he asked her, are you seeing anybody? I don't know why guys think loyalty can be shown with words. A woman is telling you, no, I'm not fucking nobody. And then you guys can rest your head on your pillow at night with some words. But let me say this. Number one, he's in a losing predicament all the way around. One, because he came to her country seeking a woman. Okay, guys, anytime, again, it goes back to power dynamics. Anytime somebody has something that you want and they are in a position to say yes or no to you, depending on how bad you want it, they can call the price. They can call the price for it, right? When we talk about having game and actually having a masculine identity, shout out to Miles, and actually dealing with women strictly on your terms, it's being a man who's actually in position to dictate terms, right? But when you're following a woman, he went to her country to find her. She already know he's a ho. She already know about him and his kind.
Right.
She waiting for him. All her female relatives, they like, you got some more relatives? Bring some more suckers this way to our country. Please and thank you. You got it, bro.
You see, real quick, when he says, this is another thing I have questions about. Look.
It's just another thing that I have questions about. And
look, guys, I don't know how to fully explain it. It's like this. With me, it's like the more questions I have is the more I know I'm not where I'm supposed to be. You understand? Like the environment that I choose to put myself in, the reason why I choose to put myself in it is because even if I can't necessarily control it, I need to have some understanding of it. And with that understanding, I need to be able to make certain decisions and have a, some type of governance, some type of sovereignty in that situation. So when he says shit like this, like, that's just another thing I have questions about. It's like, bro, like, so you realized that you're in a situation with a woman where all you really have is constant questions. And if you have constant questions, that ultimately means you're not in control. You understand? And not only are you not in control, but you don't even understand the situation that you're in. And then on top of that, we're in a foreign country and we're dealing with perfect strangers. And when I say strangers, I don't just mean strangers because you don't know them, but there's also things about their culture that you don't understand, which is why you have so many fucking questions. You understand? So his lack of game is actually doubled and tripled when we start to consider things like culture and, like him being when they say a fish in a big pond or some shit like that, like he's alien to everything that's going on right now. Not to mention the fact that he's alien in how to carry himself as a man when it comes to dealing with a woman.
Right. So you're saying that he has multiple layers of not having leverage.
Exactly.
Across the board. Let me say this real quick. And here's the problem when guys, and I'll pass it to you, Mr. Gism, right after this. Let me say this. This is the problem when guys say, oh, I'm going to go abroad because the way their culture is and the way their traditions are, women are a certain way. So you're depending on another culture. You're depending on somebody else's structure to govern the woman that you're dealing with. And I want people to understand the significance of that. You're depending on somebody else's structure that's been there for hundreds and thousands of years. You're dependent on that to govern the woman you're dealing with when you yourself, you have no structure. You have no self-governance yourself. So when a woman comes to you, you're not the man that are the men who set the standard in her society. You're weaker than those guys. So, so if she's submitting to something, it would be to her culture and her traditions. You're not that. Y'all got it.
Yeah, all that matters is like what that means is that she's just not going to curse you out in the middle of the street.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because she has respect she lives within the culture that she has respect for. So she's going to behave in a certain way that saves face, because in Asian culture, saving face is huge. Like getting embarrassed is like a massive, massive ordeal. So, and then she knows, like, if I am acting a certain way, that says something about my parents, my grandparents, my ancestors. Like, it's a really bad thing to be out in public looking like a fucking ratchet idiot. So she's not going to do that. But that doesn't mean, to Zag your point, that she's just automatically going to acquiesce to the man. It just means she has a certain standard for her own behavior within her culture.
Facts.
Exactly. Yep. Real talk.
And how weak do men look? Right? Like, this is our representative going over there.
Right.
How weak does he?
No. It is not our representative. That's the representative of males.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, how weak does this guy look? Like, you go over there to create leverage, right?
Yeah, it looks bad.
About leverage, the whole purpose of going over there is to automatically have a certain amount of leverage, but you rely on the strength of the men of centuries of old to create this culture in which, supposedly to give you this leverage or this money, and you look at her, and this was funny. You look at her as being weak because she's weak and submissive because of means, not because of your influence.
Right.
So you say, hey, I don't want to influence anybody or be the guy that's going to stand on my square and be the guy that, where I have to work for this. I want her to be weak because of her means and submissive because she doesn't have the means. And that's cool with me. Right. That's cool with me until all of a sudden, I never forget. Remember that Eddie Murphy, that I want half Eddie. He said, I went over there and got her and brought her over here. And she only knew a few terms, but by the end of the relationship, she told me, I want half Eddie. I know that term. And so my thing is, it's like the laziness and the weakness is so prevalent that she could now stand there and say, hey, I don't ask you about nothing. Shut up. That's basically what she said. Like, I don't ask you about nothing.
And that's what he's supposed to be. That's where he's supposed to be. I don't want to actually, because here's the thing. I don't see all of that questioning shit. Look, I'm not even saying that a guy with game is going to totally know everything about the other culture and totally understand everything. But here's the thing. When you can control yourself somehow, I mean, I may not even know how to fully explain it, but when you can control yourself, somehow that provides some type of leverage, as you say, Justin. It provides some type of leverage with your environment, with the people in the environment, with the environment itself, because self-control is like the first layer of control. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's why I appreciate what you do, Mr. Justin, as far as the Dominance Academy, because the one thing that I understand is that dominance, and it's one thing that we've discussed as well, is that dominance is, a lot of people just look at dominance as, oh yeah, I'm being dominant over the woman. No, the first thing with dominance is understanding dominance of self, understanding emotional sovereignty, understanding knowledge of self. Like even with, shout out to Lucario with the vetting process, right? The first thing you must understand about vetting a woman is the fact that you have to vet yourself, because it is your consistency of character, which is the baseline of the whole vetting process. Because what you're really teaching the woman throughout the vetting process is to understand the consistency of your character as the man, not just to look at what the woman is doing, because what the woman is doing should be a byproduct of the consistency of what the man does. And this guy in this video, man, he's so far removed from that. It's hilarious. Like Jay Roman.
I think you said something that I really.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you said something that I really want a lot of people to understand, because I hear people that think the guys on different shows or shows like this, you be like, man, that's phony, man. They get a woman in front of them, they're gonna do this or they do that. I always say this: it may not change what is said, right? But the purpose, the reason, and the actions, it changes it. Right. So have we gone to a different country before and had some fun? Yeah. But I wasn't relying on the structure of that country and the women to be submissive to have that fun. That's not what I went to a different country to have some fun. I went to go on a vacation or something like that. So, everything might not be different, or the words might not be any different than what somebody is saying. But at the same time, the reasoning is different, and the purpose and why it's said is different, and that matters. It matters. Yeah. If I'm sitting there and a dude is, and I'm watching, hey, who that on the phone with his shirt all off, trying to look like Hulk Hogan? Oh, that's your style, huh? I'm gonna have that conversation. Oh, that's your style right there. Okay, cool. Bloop. She might not see no more Jay Roman, but it ain't got to be a whole conversation. I just don't understand.
We're not having a whole conversation.
Why we do this? Things happen, but the difference is the reaction and the purpose and the reasoning on why you create the world you create.
Okay. Let me add this, right? Because I'm looking at the caption, and I'll be remiss if I don't add this, right? He says, these are the submissive, non-ran through women they're going overseas for. I just want to say this, because I want to dispel a myth. For whatever reason, guys equate how many bodies a woman has or hasn't had with her level of submissiveness and what kind of woman she'll be character-wise.
Her virtue.
Guys, you can be dealing with a woman who's a virgin, and she will still dog walk your ass. She will still be disrespectful. So whether or not she's a nice, pleasant woman or just a bitch has nothing to do with how many dicks she sat on, right? It's just how she views you, right? So yeah, stop equating, well, if she is ran through, she's going to be a bitch and mean. But if she's a virgin, she's going to be very docile and meek and no. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Well, if you look at say like Japanese culture, even like today as well as in the past, there were like very like high level geisha, and part of that, I mean, they were highly trained in tons and tons of different things. All right, but one of those things is the sexual arts. Okay, there were some women that were so fucking sought after that men from like hundreds of miles away would come see these girls, okay? Because they were just so skilled in like music, dance, sex, massage, healing, like all sorts of different things, okay? But the point is that they were probably with tons of men, okay? But it doesn't change that they were very pleasant, they're very respectful, they were, so the submission and their behavior and their decorum had no relation to how many guys that they were with. Right, because these women were with tons of guys, right? But they were still respectful and walked upright. They had great manners. So it really, there's no relationship. There's really no relationship between a body count and behavior. It's no, like, what is it? Like, correlation does not equal causation.
Facts. There you go.
There you go. There you go. There you go. And I would add this. Now, if you're talking, the exception, in my opinion, would be if a woman experienced something traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Like she was violated. Yeah. Now, in certain instances, when it comes to intimacy, I'll give you an example real quick. There's a young lady that I know, and we did a live stream. It was myself, two of my partners, and three females. And one of the young ladies, she was talking about how she doesn't have sex at this point because she has been, violated. You know what I'm saying? She is not only as a youngin, but also as a female adult, right? So she can still have conversations with men, not a problem. But when it comes to anything intimate or romantic, she ain't having it, right? So my point is, the guys that she talked to wouldn't know that about her unless she said something about that, right? So, and that's because she experienced shit traumatic shit sexually. I just want to say this because guys think women who have, a large body count, that is traumatic. No, if women are having consensual, enjoyable sex where they are having many, many orgasms, there's nothing traumatic about it.
Facts. All right. We got 786. You are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. Where did you send it?
Ozzy, Miami, geriatrics, to Miles Cunningham, 20.
All right.
Hey, Miles, just let it hold for a minute. I want to touch on something that Zag was saying.
Okay, caller, hold on 1 second.
And I'm gonna just make this quick, man. You mentioned how a lot of ladies and certain traumas and stuff. You'd be surprised the number of women that have gone through certain traumas and actually were able to work themselves back to be comfortable, to be sexual or anything. So
I know.
Yeah, I was in a position to see this count went out. There was a certain case in the courtroom, and the count went out, and the judge said, hey, how many ladies or has a problem with this for whatever reason, just please stay around. And the amount of women and the recall of their accounts was ridiculous. Just the amount was just ridiculous, and the things they went through. So you'd be surprised what some ladies have gone through. And you're right. If you don't talk or they don't express that, you don't know. You don't know what happened in their past. So just another thing. It's a real thing, and I don't think a lot of guys really understand how many. Some of them, their wives ain't even told them. Their wives probably ain't even told them stuff they went through right now.
J Roman, it's more than we probably understand.
Yeah, it's high. It's high. A lot of weak dudes out there. Just weak, man. Come on. Anyway, go ahead, Carl.
Well, see, you should see two of them actually, or maybe two.
Maybe two.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that big on Cash App. I rarely send money anyway. So I definitely look at the receipt and said to send you one February 21st. Today's the date.
So you said something from February 21st?
Yeah. What's today's date?
Today is March 7th.
Oh shit! That was. Let me get back to you. Let me call. I thought I said it. I was like, I thought today was March 21st. I send it back to you again. I send that 20. It's no big deal.
Okay, call back. Send it and then call back. If you know, go ahead.
Yeah, let me get it right. Let me
get it right. Get it right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, it is what it is. 611. I saw that you called 611. You could go ahead and call back. Let me finish up the rest of this this part of the video, and then.
To be honest, it's like, what is going on?
You see, as a man, you don't want to be asking that question in your life. What the fuck is going on? Like, you don't want to be a grown man asking the question. Yo, what the fuck?
Let's get it.
Six 661. Can you hear me? 661. I don't know what's going on.
Bruh.
661. Go ahead. All right. Try to call back, I guess. I don't know. They keep calling and hanging up. I don't know if it's their connection or what. But let me see. Let me finish this.
Like jumping from bright onto fire. It doesn't look or sound like Keith at all. Anyway, I hope he's found what he said.
All right, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know if you want to leave it on for any reason, but that's pretty much it.
I was curious on what she said, but I couldn't understand it.
Yeah, it looked like the lady on the top, she was trying to give commentary, but it was.
She said she felt bad for the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't.
She knows. Well, she just knew, and girls don't like to hurt people's feelings and shit. So she knew what was happening, and she's like, "Oh, this dude, like he doesn't have any clue. I just feel bad for the guy."
Yeah. She didn't give up that phone, no.
No.
I feel bad for him.
With you, I don't have to tell with you.
I don't have to tell you nothing. Mm-hmm. See, I tell you this. I put such a disturbing voice on anything that is said to me in any manner and way that it makes me react the proper way that I should react. Right? And I don't care how slight it is, the disagreement, in my head, you just cursed me out and I got to go. Like I can't even, you could have been like, nah, I ain't really doing that. In my head, you said, you sucker. I ain't doing nothing you say. And so, oh no, I can't have that. I can't have that. I think guys go the opposite way. He went the opposite way. I just don't understand why she's doing this to me. I just, what's going on right now?
Miles, you mentioned something really important about the self-control. And I recently heard a woman say that self-control is incredibly attractive. And the funny thing is that if you practice proper self-control, and even if the guy is thinking, oh, if I do this, then I will get attention from girls. If you do it properly, then it diffuses that whole motivation, right? Because even if you're motivated to get attention from girls through self-control, then you're still not doing it right. So if you do it properly, it diffuses the whole fucking thing. And then once you are in a position of self-control, they basically have no leverage over you. Like if you're emotionally self-controlled, if you're physically self-controlled, psychologically self-controlled, and sexually self-controlled, there's nothing that a woman has over you. Like all their cards, their emotion card, useless. Their sex card, useless. Their looks card,
or any type of manipulation at all.
Their verbal card, useless. All their Pokemon cards are useless. There's nothing that the woman can do. And then she can realize this, like it becomes apparent through your behavior and through your communication that just she has no leverage. And then it can become just neutral. Or if she has like high desire for you, then basically all the leverage is on your hands. And you're not going to fall into any of that. So like, for example, like if she's got like very high sexual interest in you, but you're self-controlled in terms of your sexual nature, then basically it just always happens along your terms, to your pace and all that shit. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm so fucking horny, I gotta fuck. Like that's not being self-controlled, right? It's the pacing is controlled. So this thing can just drive her insane, like in a very good way, because she's like, that increases her desire. You know, there's an old saying, like the best way to make a hedge grow is by trimming it. So it's not just giving it everything and then it'll grow better. You actually make a bush grow by cutting off the things, by restraining it, and then it grows even more. And then you cut it some more, and then it grows even more. So it's like, guys don't understand that your impulses, they actually characterize you as an adolescent. It characterizes you as a teenager who, you know, like, because when we were teenagers, you know, we're raging hormones and shit like that. It's like we just wanted to get it in and touch girls and feel them and do things and stick things inside them and all that sort of stuff. So that's just what we. But when we acting like this as grown men, it comes off like a grown man acting like a teenager. And that's just not cool. It's not sexy. It's like you look at any other, like, say, like desirable archetype that's seen in film, like just these characters that where women are just like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. None of them fucking act like teenagers when it comes to sexuality. None of them. They're all fucking cool, calm, collected, laid back, and nothing moves them off their square. Nothing. Right. She's lying there just begging for dick, and he's like, I'll think about it.
So I will. This is what I will say. I will say this because you said something when you were speaking. That you alluded to this. You're talking about high sexual desire. I've said this. When a woman is genuinely attracted to you and the desire is high, at that moment, you have the most influence. At that moment. The problem with the average guy is something occurs. Either they're very thirsty, they're very excited, they show a lack of inexperience. Something happens in that interaction that changes the dynamic. The woman's perception shifts, and now she's running the show. That comes when you don't have any game.
All right, so we got 786. You are on the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Once again, Ozzy, Miami, geriatrics at 20. Hopefully I got it right done this time.
I see it. Appreciate you. All right, yeah, we got it.
Third time's the charm.
Hey, man. Yeah. No, I send that always once every couple of weeks to you guys because you guys deserve more technically. But I'll send you guys a 20 as much as a.
Wait. Did you say more attention from you? That we deserve more attention? No, it's okay.
No, more money.
Oh yeah, the money we'll keep. The attention you can keep that. The money will.
No, he said we deserve more technically.
Oh, technically, I thought you said attention. I'm about to say, damn.
No.
My bad. Go ahead, caller. You got it.
Go ahead, caller.
No. You need something to do with your ears, bro. No, I just want to thank you guys, you and Miles and the Dom. I had a Passport Bro story that I go out a lot. From 3 years ago in the Philippines from Miles and the Don. Thank you guys. You helped me out in Cebu. It was awesome. And the second lady was even better. And everything you guys say about overseas is true. You got to be experienced first. I suggest you learn how to make it here in the States. Listen to you guys. But first, you got to be a success in the States before you go out of the States. Because if not, you're going to be in big trouble. So that's what I call. I got to hit the gym, and I'm going to continue listening to you guys. But you guys are telling facts. And those honey are not honey and ice and a cup of tea like people think. Those Asian honeys are vicious, let me tell you. And just because they do what they do, they have their agenda, and it's to dig deep in your pocket. And as you can tell, I'm really bad at sending money, even to you guys. I don't send no money to no honey. And yes, the honeys will do whatever you say, especially when I call the Philippines or my girls in Thailand. The first thing I say when they call me, are you naked? Because they want to talk, you want to take my time, you got to at least say, do be something. So the first thing that comes out of my mouth, and yes, they will respond to a male domination. If you go in there like a pussy, they're going to eat you up. Let me tell you, you got to go in there with masculinity and know what you're doing with their honeys and know what their agenda is. Once you know their agenda, which is the same what you guys say, then you could overpass that and enjoy yourself. But if you don't, you're going to be in big trouble with empty pockets overseas. And what you guys said is pretty much true. And then Asian honeys are just like you guys say. They'll wash, clean. I mean, they'll put you to bed. They'll titty feed you. And then in the meantime, they're digging deep into your pocket till you don't have any. And let me tell you, they will do that. Because I've been traveling.
Did he just say titty feed?
Yeah, that's
yes, I heard that too.
Yeah. So the women titty feed you, caller?
Yeah, they titty feed you, they'll food feed you, they'll give you whatever it takes to get into your pocket. Let me tell you. Yes, they do. And if
see right there, caller, stop right there, caller. Hold on, listen. I'm glad you said that. Hold on, caller, stay right there. I'm glad you said what you just said. Right there, what you just said, and that's the difference. Right, just listen to what I'm about to say. I'm about to put it together for why the passport bros go where they go. Well, basically, what he's saying is, when you spend your money or they get money out of you, you're gonna get all of that nice, cool shit. What the American men or the men in the West are saying is, when they spend money, they're not guaranteed to get treated like that. So they're just going over there to get a bang for their buck. So on one hand, they are admitting that their money goes a longer way in those foreign countries, while at the same time not adhering to the fact that those women are just using them for that money. Caller, continue.
But what I'm saying is, you need to learn the game from you guys here in the States. Because when I learned, I've been listening to Miles and Lacaro since 2011. I listened to the first one.
You an OG listener. You've been around for a minute. 2011.
I've been listening to which one he passed away. I forgot his name. Well back, the first one. And I've been listening to a lot of you guys since 2011. But let me tell you, it is true. You got to learn your game here, because when you go overseas, you got to know what you're doing. Because now I just sit in Bangkok or in Cebu condo. I order honeys on the internet, and sometimes I have honeys coming to the condo for free. And I don't even have to pay them. They just come. It's not just you have to pay them all the time or whatever, whatnot. Now I don't. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. I just sit there in the condo and I just want to be lazy and order honeys, and they'll come. And that's how easy to do it in the game. I mean, and I get tired of it after 2 weeks. I mean, there's so much before I got to go outside and go do other stuff. And that's not my main trip over there. Mostly I go for MMA and, the good fights they have over there. But yeah, you have to learn.
Okay, bro. Hold on, real quick. Real quick. I want you to understand there's a difference between a player and a payer. We cannot confuse the two. I just want to. There's got to be a clear distinction. We got to understand that there's two different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, I understand. Because I already learned my lesson down in Puerto Rico, Cuban, and Caribbean. I done through all those. I started in the Army back in the day, prehistoric days. They taught me that. And the Caribbean and South America, Medellin, that's all played out. I prefer Asia myself. It's a lot further, but I will hit Cuba, and I will hit Costa Rica, and Panama's not too bad. Don't go in the summertime. The humidity is brutal, but they're really nice down there.
Does he have a point?
I'll thank the dollar.
Does he have a question, Miles? He just kind of.
Nah, he's
rambling.
All right, man. We appreciate you, brother. Take it easy.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Dude was just rambling.
Appreciate the call.
Yeah, it sounded pretty clear to me that he likes to be lazy and sit in his room and pay for a girl to come to his room.
Yeah.
And if you're in Thailand, that's absolutely very, very easy.
Right.
Like when I was over in Vietnam and I was just kind of like outside walking around. It was late at night, and this lady rolls up to me on a scooter. This older woman holds out her phone. She goes, "Pick one. You pick girl. Send to your hotel." And I'm like, "Wow, come on, bro. I'm just getting some fresh air."
That's crazy. 213, you're on the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. Where did you send it?
Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Jay Mars. I sent it to Miles.
Sent it to Miles. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we got you. Go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to tap in when
real quick, caller. Hold on, real quick. Shout out to Duca Lux for the Norwegian Chrome 100. All right, go ahead, caller.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I went to about emotional control, self-control as a man. I just had a situation where I didn't control the pace, and then that shit led me to getting out of emotional control, which I never do at the end. And then she just ended up saying she needed space, and I knew I fucked up from not controlling the pace, but I thought I could just do what I could do, and that just asked me to have a question. Is like, when you lose emotional control, does that show that you have a lot of bits in you?
That you have a lot of what in you?
A lot of bits in you.
Yeah, pretty much.
How often do you lose self-control like that?
that was a one up. Like I always like talk to the girl that I was with, and I was always cool. And that was just one time I just like, I'm not gonna lie. So she likes she likes being dominated while grabbing her neck. I never was like that. I just did it because I knew she'd fuck with it. So this time, I'm kind of like talking to her and I'm saying like, hey, like this is how we need to communicate. And she dissociated because I know her past and her trauma. And so I'm over here getting too emotionally out of control and trying to see if she understands me. So I went up to her and while she was sitting down, I tried to look at her eye to eye with passion and pull her in and say like, baby, listen to me. And it immediately triggered her trauma in the moment by me grabbing her neck. And that was so stupid of me. And then her trauma went in. I tried to comfort her, and I knew that shit was over. I was like, "Fuck, I should have just."
Is this a counseling patient?
What happened?
Is this a patient of yours?
No, that was a girl that I dated.
Oh, right.
And this girl that you said that during a conversation where there was emotion, not sexually, but you said during a conversation you grabbed her neck and said, "Come here."
Yeah, because like sometimes I would do that, like where I do it in a sexual way, but I knew that at this point
It's different. Sir, I'm telling you right now, that's not domination. Domination should be done. You should not have to move, raise your voice, or do anything. It should be just with clear, calm communication and eye contact.
Quiet.
If you can't do it with your clothes on, without raising your voice, if you can't do it with just a look in your eyes, you're doing it wrong.
So let me get this straight. She likes the neck thing when having sex, but then you tried to do it just in normal conversation.
Yeah, because like sometimes I would do that where I just like she'll grab my arm and just put it on her neck, even with
that's during sex. Caller.
That's performance.
That's during caller. That's during sex. Hey, Roman, go ahead.
It's during the flirtatious moments, right? So sometimes not always during sex, but flirtatious moments when you guys are flirting back and forth, right?
Yeah, or like just like a normal like conversation. I was talking to her. I was just and I knew based on my tone that wasn't the right moment to do it. Yes, it wasn't at all. No.
All right, so why did you do it then?
Because I was trying to like instead of me hugging her, like instead of me saying like, oh, like come here, I was trying to bring her eye to eye to look at me. I grabbed her neck, which was stupid as fuck, and I did it a little too passionate with aggression. And I knew I was like, and I said sorry. I knew I fucked up, and it just I knew that was out of emotional control right there.
Yeah, you were trying to control the situation with force rather than domination.
Yeah, let me say this. So, caller, let me say this real quick. See, and it could have been a subconscious thing on your part where you correlated the dominance in a bedroom with I'm gonna dominate her now because she's not listening, and I need her to listen. And what you don't understand is that there are certain things that happen to women that are traumatic, where part of it they can suppress, where they can still enjoy sex, where part of that thing is there, but they can compartmentalize the other shit and put it away, and just in the moment of sex, like that thing, right? Because they're in the moment, they're present in that moment. When you went outside of the bedroom and grabbed her neck, completely different mind set, mentality, everything. Now you brought her back to when she was violated or accosted. Yeah, and she ain't gonna let that shit go. It's over for you, bro. I got it.
I think
that's why I was so hurt because I was like, bro, like what the fuck are you doing? Like you're not supposed to be doing that was so dumb of me. And that's why I wanted to come here and talk to y'all because I was stupid as fuck.
But you're not the only one that be trying to do dominant stuff without really understanding it completely. Because it's you're not grabbing her neck because you want to grab her neck. You grab her neck because she wants you and allows you to grab her neck. And there's a difference between you just snatch. Like women have. I know a lot of times during these shows, guys, they leave with the essence, with this one opinion of women. And this show ain't that a show that does that opinion, like, oh, stupid, get out of here. Like, women are smart. They know what they want.
Yeah.
We're just not going to cow down to not being men in the presence of women. We still have to be us. But at the same time, they choose to be with who they be with and understand. You just say, hey, if you're going to be with me, this is what I like. Like you're choking her even during sex and you don't even like it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I can tell you don't even like to do it. So why are you doing that?
Did it like barely. Yeah.
But J Mars, here's what I need to understand. This conversation y'all was having, what was the basis? What was the context of this conversation?
So it was about communication because the night before I tried to communicate her, I told her you can go out with your homegirl. It's just right now, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays when these are our days. I know she's going through something. Just let her know.
Whoa, stop. Hold on, stop. Real quick. You said Friday, Saturday, and you're taking all her weekends up, bro? Every Friday and Saturday and Sunday? You're taking all of them?
No,
damn.
You're
a selfish motherfucker, bro.
I was just saying because I was just saying that because like on the weekday, like I was like, hey, you do your thing, but like if we see each other, like that would be the only time that I could see you, and that's what I mean. Like it's
if that's your schedule, that's the only time you can see her, then that's fine. But it really should be her saying, when can I see you? I need to see you. And you're like, all right, well, I can work out these days. Not this is when you're gonna see me. But I wanted to touch on something that with this like grabbing at her, because I think it's kind of symbolic in the sense that you were reaching for something. All right. I think that you instinctually knew that you did not have control of the situation and you were grasping for it. And this and then you were like literally grasping to control the situation. Okay. How you should have conducted yourself is through containment. Okay. So you could tell that she was not in an emotional space that was calm, relaxed, and feeling safe. So a better thing would have been to do a little double tap on your lap and then say, come over here and sit on daddy's lap. Right. And you don't even have to say daddy, but you could just say like, come on over here and sit on my lap. And then she comes and sit, and then you have her sit there and you hold her and then you talk to her, right? Like make her feel safe, not like do Scorpion, like get over here.
Wait, hold on. Justin, don't give him too much. Guys, if you want more, go to thedominanceacademy.com so you can understand how to get that stuff. No, seriously, we can't be giving these dudes sauce like that.
Well, there's prerequisites to this too. So, that's the secret stuff. But simply just saying like, hey, come over here, come sit on my lap.
He was
right?
Come here.
Exactly. You don't want to like force the situation. It's an invitation, right?
Right.
So that she can feel safe. You know what I mean? You're like, come over here and feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
let me ask him. Let me ask him a question. How long have you known this young woman, bro?
Oh, I think he hung up.
Shit. Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he hung up.
Or maybe the call dropped. He didn't sound like he was like the type to hang up.
Call back, homie. Call back, J Marks.
We got all right, guys. I saw 209 calling in as well. Go ahead and call back.
Mm-hmm. So Oscar, there we go. We'll do the call.
All right, we got
choosing signals.
Hold on. All right, let me see. 213, can you hear me? 213, can you hear me?
I can't hear nothing on his end.
All right, go 213 J Mars, go ahead and call back. J Mars, go ahead and call back. This Nexiva shit is sticky.
So while you fucking with that, we gonna pause.
He didn't even want to. Oscar, you gotta get punched in the chest in 3, 2, 1.
Giving me chills and should I make a move? Okay, guys. No, don't make a move because
you don't know the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, all right, 213, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yeah, 213.
Okay.
Turn off the show in the background.
Yeah, 213. Turn off the show in the background. Turn off the show in the background.
I can't. Okay, I can. I'm gonna just have to go off the video. Y'all
turn off the show in the background. If you're not, you can't hear us on the phone, then it doesn't matter.
That's the thing right now is weird.
Okay.
I don't think he could hear you.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear us either.
No,
I gotta restart the phone lines then because this shit is acting real weird.
Call back in a couple minutes. Oh, hold on. Let me put.
You know what bugged me about the last caller, Justin, was the fact that he didn't want to choke her.
Did he say that? That he's not even into it?
Yeah, he's not even into it.
He's not into it.
So he was
So
doing
he's
it
not
for
even
her
letting himself.
So
that's what I'm saying. He was trying to correlate the sex shit with the out of sex shit, believing, oh, she wants me to be dominant in the bedroom, so she wants me to be dominant, period. So let me be dominant here. And he completely
listen, you realize you don't need to even touch a girl to be dominant with her.
Exactly.
It's actually even more dominant to not touch her.
Yeah.
Like
or to raise your voice.
You think a king is touching anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like he commands just by talking alone.
Right. Facts.
I mean, he can touch if he wants to, but he doesn't have to. That's the point. But yeah, that's crazy. If he's not into it, he's like not into it. Like I was with this girl once, and she was like really into getting hit. Like some girls, like a lot of girls actually, they're into getting hit. But this girl was like extra. And I was on top of her, and I smacked her, and she looks me dead in the eye. She goes, harder. And like and the time before that, like when I did hit her, it was enough to like rock her head sideways. And I was like, nah, that's going beyond my preferences. It's not happening.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. We got 661. Can you hear me? 661.
Hello. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm back. I don't know what the fuck would happen, but I'm back.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Yeah. You guys so we were saying that you doing stuff. How long have you known this young lady, or how long you been dealing with this chick?
Remember, yesterday I talked about the vetting process. It was only 7 months, and that's way too soon.
Yeah, so 7 months came.
Okay, all right, go ahead, Miles.
Yeah, and then, hey, Zach, I gotta be real. I want to be real. I don't want to be lying. I want y'all to tell the truth to me. I was already getting a job near where she was at, and I was gonna stay there.
Oh, that's you. You're that guy. You're relocating for the woman. Look, real quick, caller. I got a couple of homies that did that, and every time they did that, it ended fucked up. Guys, do not relocate
ever
to be close to a woman ever in your life. Do that shit ever in your because inherently, this is what women know. See, on the surface, they're like, "Oh man, he's moving for you, girl. Oh, look at the investment." On the surface, it sounds cool, but inherently, she knows she should be relocating for you because her life is with you, not the other way around. You giving up your life and moving where she's moving at, basically, you're like, I'm leaving my friends behind, and your friends are going to be my friends now. And what you do over here for fun, I'm going to incorporate myself into your shit. No, absolutely not.
And it really says I got nothing going on.
Facts.
That you can get up and just go like, hey, I ain't got nothing going on. It's probably better where you're at. Like that just as a man, I got nothing going on here. I got no plans here. I didn't have a 5-year plan. I didn't have a 10-year plan. If your 10-year plan involved moving somewhere for your job, that's something different. But if you're relocating for her, are you trying to smother and chase her down so nobody else can get her?
Yeah,
because guys really move so they can be in the presence to make sure that person doesn't really talk to anybody else, right? Because in long distance, hey, they're way over there, I'm over here, I don't know what she's doing. Let me move there so I can be around her. And that way I can say, hey, if I'm in the building Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you better be around when I'm there those days. Right?
Hey, I could be real. The reason why I did it too, like she was coming to me 2 hours away from Palmdale, and I started feeling bad. So then I was like, okay, because she would say like, why don't you sometimes come to Oxnard? And I was like, I don't mind, come out there. So I started getting a hotel out there. And then I said, oh yeah, you know what? I could transfer my sales job to one over here. Like I know some dudes over here. And I started changing fucking whole program up for this.
Why did
you like it? Wait. Is this one of the hottest girls you've ever been with?
No, I'm being real. Like, honestly, like I said, I was literally being thirsty because I never had a woman come 2 hours away. I thought it was a big deal. Like, oh, she came 2 hours away, so I made it a big deal. Away. And then I'm like,
no. Listen. Even if it's not the case, okay, you gotta like trick your brain into thinking. I've done this 10,000 times before. This is the 100th woman that has traveled 2 hours to see me. Like, you got to kind of like trick your own brain because your mind already has had a lot of like preconditioning to be a certain way, which, some guys will call simpish, they'll call blue pill, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Okay. It's to like cater towards being nice to girls and fulfilling their needs, desires, and dreams and all that shit. So you have to kind of like overshoot to kind of deprogram some of that stuff. I mean, there's a lot of other techniques too, but like you got to do something against your own mind because you're conditioned to want to do that from like the foundational position. So you just kind of trick your brain and be like, hey, this is just normal for me. Because the default is for you to feel bad. Your default is to cater. Your default is to make her feel better about the situation. Like it's putting her out. You know what I mean? You got to switch it around in your head. It's like, no, I'm not putting her out. I'm giving her a great opportunity.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't think guys really understand to be a better man for her is really being a better man for you.
Right.
Your manhood, you working on your manhood is being a better man for her. So you standing on your square is being a better man for her. And it's not always trying to comfort her in these ways. Let me move to be closer to you. Let me do this. Now, did you tell her you never had a woman come 2 hours away to come visit you? Did you tell her that?
No, I told her that the last woman that I had came 4 hours away on the train from San Diego, but we just didn't fuck because I found out that she wasn't cute like that.
And so you told her all of this?
I think guys just love shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah,
why?
Stop sharing shit.
See, this is why I was asking before about the conversation. What kind of conversations do you guys have with women? Like, let me tell y'all something about a program. Because I had a client ask me a question the other day about, okay, so when you're having a conversation with a woman and she's expressing her emotions to you, how should you do this and how should you do that? Listen to me. You decide how you show up in your relationship. So if you let your woman make you her emotional tampon, then that's what's gonna fucking happen. So every time you guys spend time together, she's gonna use you as that emotional tampon. She's gonna vent, she's gonna bitch to you. Why? Because you invited that dynamic into your relationship. But again, I repeat, you decide how you show up in the relationship for your woman and with your woman. So if she knows that the relationship goes like this, we schedule time, we meet up, we enjoy our time, we have sex, we enjoy it. And if she's your woman for a long time, you cuddle, and then you go back to your life, I go back to my life, and then we look forward to seeing each other again, then that will be it. Yeah. But if you say, hey, come over to my house, vent, bitch, complain, tell me all your fucking problems, and then force me into a corner where I have to figure out how to fix all your fucking issues, then that will be your fucking relationship. You guys think you see, look, let me tell you something about a masculine identity. The reason why I really encourage, like I created the membership and everything like that is because you have to define who you are in this world. If you don't do it, someone else will do it for you.
Okay.
And you guys are so like enamored with the woman's beauty and the fact that you get to feel good while having sex with her and all of this shit. You're willing to let her define what you are to her rather than you defining it.
Okay.
So,
and if you don't get coaching for it, go ahead, Zach.
No, I just want to say this real quick. Y'all, to Miles' point, y'all need to stop. Just because you're dealing with women doesn't mean you have to be their emotional dumping ground for all the dummy wrongs that ever happened to them, right? But part of that is on you because of your willingness to overshare your own shit. So she's like, oh, okay. Oh, so I can vent to him like he's venting to me. guys, let me just say this real quick. Women are not made or built for men to vent to.
No.
They're not there for that.
No. Not at all.
So the moment you start doing that, you become like one of their girlfriends. So the relationship dynamic changes, and what ends up happening is the attraction, the momentum of the attraction begins to slide away because she doesn't look at you like a man now. She looks at you like one of her girlfriends with a dick now.
Facts.
And I think
makes you trans.
I think you guys, a lot of gentlemen need to actually get the coaching, right? And I understand why they don't. They listen to a lot of the different programs and what the individuals are saying, the coaches, Miles, Zach, Justin, and Steve the Dean, 50, and Lucario are saying makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And if it makes a lot of sense, then you could just go out and apply it, right? But there's a lot of stuff in between that helps you apply it and apply it correctly at that time period. Because you won't be able to say it exactly like and do it exactly like any of the coaches. You have to do it for your style. But to understand your style, I think you got to really get some coaching behind it to solidify your style and how you present things. And I know a lot of things make sense, and hey, I'm going to apply that. But at the same time, there's reasonings and things that you need to know behind it. And I think that's where the coaching comes in, where it glues all the stuff together to help build that essence for you. And because you're choking her and you don't really want to choke her, you're moving to her. Do you really want to, like, you're doing a lot of things for her, and now you're sitting down, you're trying to comfort and console and do all these things like that. And it's just like, yo, you built up yourself to basically be, somebody she runs to feel comfort and console. And she, wants to get away from, because you're over here saying don't go nowhere within these 3 days I'm here. So you got a whole power dynamic you don't even know you're about to face, because you're basically saying if your friends call you right now and say there's something popping, you can't go because I'm here.
Okay.
But you can go during the work week. Even if her friends don't have time during the work week, they ain't gonna take one of my Fridays, Saturday, or Sundays.
J-Ron, I got a question. So I didn't let her know. You always tell us that just let me know in advance because I have plans scheduled. And her friend, I know you was going through some shit, but I already had some shit. I was trying to like have a fucking night on Friday night. So that's why I was kind of like, come on, like,
Wait. Let me ask you a question. Real quick. My bad. Let me ask you a question real quick. Because you said you were trying to have a planned night with her Friday. Did you previously tell her days before or a week or further out that you had plans? That see, come on, bro. Come on. Okay, real quick. And this is why I said you were selfish earlier, right? Guys, there's nothing wrong with you wanting to spend time with the lady or the ladies you're dealing with. But she has a life. Okay? She has friends and all of that. So if you're not making plans with her, she's going to make plans with her friends because you're not making plans, right? Now, if she wanted to see you, she may have just said, hey, FYI, I'm going to be doing this weekend with, my homegirl or whoever else. I do want to see you, but if you do have plans, I'll be available another day. But the fact that she didn't do that means she was waiting on you, as she should, to let her know what's going on with you and her. Because you didn't, she made plans.
Yeah, Zach, she did ask me. Like, what do you think I should do? My friend wants me to go out, and that's why I was like, well, what do you do? I'm not about to control you. If y'all want to go out and go party again, like, do it on your own.
You cut yourself off. You sounded like you were about to ask a question to her. Like she asked, like you were going to ask a question with her question. That's what it sounded like. Shout out to Steve in the chat.
So let me get this. Let me get this right. You guys get together on the weekend, and you normally get together and spend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday together, right? Because you guys live 2 hours away.
Yeah. So like, okay, usually it was Friday night. She would do whatever the fuck she wanted. And then Saturday night she came over, and then Sunday morning she would leave. And then so I started going to Oxnard, And the best days for me were to actually hang out and give her time. Because most of the time, I'm gonna be real with you, I would be doing my own thing. Even if I'm out there, I'm doing my own thing. I can't even see her until like the late at night. So I would just be like, okay, look, we gotta make some time to actually go on dates on the weekend, because other than that, I don't got time really to really see you. I'm like really trying to grind on my business. And so that's why I said that. I said, I don't mind you going out. You even went to a rave like last week. I don't mind, just let me know in advance, so then I don't have to fucking.
So caller, real quick. Let me just say this, and I'll pass it right back to you guys. I had a homeboy, right? He was married.
Yo,
like, but every fucking weekend, this is what he would do. Friday night was for him. Every Friday. Every Saturday was for his wife. Every Saturday without fail. So that way they went out Saturday, they did what they did, they woke up the next morning and went to church as a family. That was his weekend. Friday was either he go out with his boys, whoever else, and he had it like that, where that was understood, where she got basically Saturday and the rest of the weekend. He just wanted Friday night. You have to set it up where there is consistency, where the woman understands exactly. You're telling her, well, just let me know when you're going to go out. And the problem is you didn't set up your relationship that way. You're months in trying to redirect how shit is being done. Women can't operate like that. Okay, you have to set that up from the very beginning and be consistent with it. Y'all got it.
All right, so we got. We J Mars. J Mars, we've been on here for 15 minutes. And you called in before, so that's almost like a consultation, bro. So I'm gonna let you go and let some other people call in. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. All
Just
right.
real quick, J Mars, he needs a lot.
Yeah.
There's so much prerequisite foundational stuff that he is missing that would have circumvented or prevented any of this stuff from arising in the first place.
Right.
If you're still listening, just get coaching with one of us. You're just so far behind the mark, you don't even realize. Like all of this stuff would be no problem. Like you guys, listeners, you don't understand. Like men, capital M, not males. We don't have problems with women. It just doesn't show up. It doesn't. And if just the tiniest little blip comes up, if it's not able to be corrected immediately, it's just dismissed. It's that fucking easy. Like we don't experience discord with women. We don't experience problems with women. It just does not show up. And so you like just get coaching, man.
He's not being honest with himself either.
You need a couple of months of that shit too.
Hold on 1 second. 209. Go ahead and call back. 209. Go ahead and call back because he was calling behind the scenes. All right, go ahead.
And he's not being honest with himself either, because he's really trying to control her going out by switching the date. See, I caught it when he said I normally go out on Friday and do my own thing, and then it's Saturday. But now it's Friday. He's complaining about that she's going out. Exactly. And she's like, well, I'm trying to go. So you're trying to be controlling and manipulative. Going on
anyway.
Right. So like, your indirection has your relationship indirections. So like, instead of being upfront saying, this is what I want, this is how it's going to go down, blah, blah, blah. You're trying to control the situation to fit however you want it to fit and change it up and then try to guilt her into staying. Like, you're not listening to me. You're not, I'm trying to help you and console you. And, like you got to be honest with yourself, man.
All right. We got 209. You are on Live with the Manhood is a skill set show. Name, age, city, and where did you send it?
My name's Joseph. I live in San Francisco.
Okay.
And then I donated to Mr. Carey's PayPal.
Okay. All right. All right. So go ahead, man. What's on your mind?
All right. So my question that I have for all you gentlemen is, how can I properly escalate the conversation when I'm interacting with a woman beyond just like a platonic level? Because for some reason, I'm having a lot of trouble doing that, and I'd like some guidance on that.
Is this a salsa dancing guy?
What is escalation? Is that you talk about the thing in the mall that takes you from one level to another? What
No.
are you talking about? Can we use just plain English instead of these like POA nonsense terms?
flirtation, like building more sexual tension.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Okay, well, you said something
I can understand right there.
Well, it was the words. It was how you utilized your words. You said beyond a platonic level. There should be no level of platonic discussion. Okay, so let me just say this. Let me just say this to you guys. It doesn't matter if you want to indulge in casual sex or if you're into, dating women and having something, a little more substantial before you get into it. It doesn't matter how you want to go about it. Ultimately, you are a heterosexual man and you want to fuck women, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you guys have to understand, when you are approaching or talking to the women you're dealing with, you're interacting with women you are attracted to, you need to let them know what you really want to do. Along the way, it doesn't hurt to flirt a little bit, right? It doesn't mean you have to be all romantic and super smooth with your words and making shit rhyme and all of that. No, you can have a real conversation with a woman. Now, let me ask you a question real quick, and I'll pass it to the fellas. Are you interested in taking this woman out on a date? What are you trying to do?
Date, sir.
Okay, so why not just approach a woman, introduce yourself, tell her you have some availability on whatever day you're available, at whatever time you're available, and you're very much interested in you and her getting together at that time and day, and just seeing whether or not she wants to meet you. Very simple, right?
Yes, sir.
But
so do you think that would be hard for you to do? Go ahead, Miles.
No, see, all right, caller. Let's break this all the way down, because your question was, how do I properly escalate? And I just need you to add one more piece of context to the situation. When is this escalation to take place? Are we on a date? Are we meeting them? Are we meeting them for the first time in person? Are we at the house already? What are we talking about exactly?
The date.
So you're on a date.
Yes.
Okay. So his question is how to properly escalate. What he's really saying is, how do I tell a woman I want to fuck without her saying no? That's all he's saying. Because the only reason why you think in your mind that it needs to be quote unquote proper is because you're outcome dependent. You want to be able to tell her you want to fuck without her saying, ew, I don't want to fuck you. Correct?
Sure. Yes. I just
let me ask him a question. Real quick, caller. Let me ask you a question.
Just like a little more guidance. Yeah.
No. Let me ask you a question. I want you to think about this question before you answer it. Let's say, for the sake of argument, you're having a conversation with a young lady and you tell her, hey, I'm available this Friday around 9:00. Why don't you join me for a drink at such and such bar? And she says, you know what? I would love to meet you there, but I got a better idea. How about we just go back to your spot and have sex? What would you say if she said
that? I'd probably be down.
Okay. Stop right there. Got you. I got you. Okay. Now let me tell you why I asked that question. The fact that you would be down means you really don't want to do the date. You just want to get straight to sex. So why are you doing the date? Why would you offer a date then? And I want every guy to think about that.
Well, Zach, why on top of it, he's accepting her direction.
But my point is, though,
she says, let's do this. He's like, okay.
But my point is, yes, that's true. But the point is, if he really wanted to do a date, what he would say is, girl, look, you're going to get this dick. Just be patient. It's going to be right here for you. We're going to go grab this drink. And if you behave yourself, I might let you see it on the way back to your spot. Right? That he could do that. Right? But the fact that he would be like, man, fuck that date. Let's go fuck, means he never wanted to do the date in the first place. Y'all got it.
Mm-hmm. Look. It's like it lands a little bit better if she did. I mean, she's not saying that, so let's just be real. But if she did, it's like, yeah, Steve. If she's talking like that, then it's like acknowledge the enthusiasm. It's like, girl, I love the enthusiasm, but what makes you think that you're getting fucked? Like,
exactly.
Because that's her revealing that leverage, right? Like, just because she's showing it doesn't mean she's getting it. Like, okay, I acknowledge that you're hungry, but I'm not gonna feed you just because you said you're hungry. Like, no, okay, your pussy can starve for a little bit, It's not going to die. But caller, the problem that you're having right now, I mean, it's a deeper problem, but it can't be solved with a doing. All right. Like a lot of my guys, they all do the same stuff. Guys, you the same thing. What do I say? What do I do? And we can tell you a certain thing to say or a certain thing to do. And in that moment, it might be good for that scenario. Okay. But then once it's past that scenario, you're going to be in a new scenario where then you're going to have to come back to us and say, okay, now I'm in this situation. What do I say now? What do I do now? And the thing about game is that it's not a doing thing. It's a being thing. So if you are fucked up, if you're like uncalibrated or you're misaligned or you don't have a fucking sense of yourself as a man, then no matter what you do isn't going to change that. Okay. So unfortunately, the question that you're asking does not solve your problem, which is a problem of self, right? And I know like that's getting into a whole huge field of weeds, okay? And that we can't answer that with a call. But the thing is that you're asking the wrong question, all right? But it's good that you're asking the question because it's actually going to bring you to the right answers, which is you have a problem with self, you have a problem with your identity, your masculinity, and once you get that sorted out, you never have any problems talking to girls. Like you won't ever have this question ever again. So it's like, stop trying to, like, imagine you got like a sick tree, okay? And you look at the leaves and like, oh, look, there's the leaves are sick. You're trying to attend to the sick leaves when really the problem is down in the soil. You have to go down into the soil and attend to that. Then you have a completely healthy tree from root to leaf. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like anything that we tell you, like, oh, this is what you say to her, it might work in that situation, but it's still going to fall flat because it's not something that can continue for you indefinitely with every interaction that you have with this girl or any other girl. Does that make sense?
Caller.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Caller, what's your name?
You said what?
What's your name, caller?
My name is Joseph.
Joseph. Before you leave here, I really want you to understand what everybody's been saying, right? And I know you said I called just for a few tips on how to escalate things when I'm on the date. Like I already got the date, right? I'm on the date. And what that is telling us, and because I want you to really understand what it tells us, right? That means you got the date on false pretenses. Because if you're sitting across from her on a date, there should already be some flirtatiousness that established it. And that's why she's sitting there on the date. Right? So some of the stuff you're asking should have been done prior to the date.
Thank you. That's what I'd be talking about. Go ahead.
It should have been done during the communication and talking to her. The flirtatiousness, the desire to where she's looking and says, I want to see you again. Now, to help on that, there's no magic word we can say because I say it differently than Miles and Justin and Zach. We all say things differently. Steve the Dean might have a different approach. 1950 might have a different. Lucario might have a different approach, but it works for us. So the thing is, we don't know exactly how you move. Right? Like we don't know what things you're into. Do you go to museums? Do you go to coffee shops? Do you like where is the scene at when you're meeting these women? What's going on? The mental, what are you thinking about? How much together are you? And so that's where we encourage, hey, you might get some coaching. So somebody can get to really know you to say, this is what would be best for you if you say it in your way. And at the same time, you learn how to be you, where you won't have to call and say, what do I say on this date to escalate it? Because you would already know I move with escalation. When I met her, I said this to her and I made her know what I was looking forward to doing. Do you kind of understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes
Caller,
right.
Well,
it's a lot to digest, but it makes a lot of
caller. See,
a lot.
What's really happening, your whole, when you called in, everything about it is disingenuous, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because what you're really asking is, how can I verbalize my desire to have sex where it's more of a guarantee that it will happen than not happen?
Right.
That's what you really want to know.
That's
right?
it.
That's what you really want to know. You really and you gave yourself away when I said, if the woman said, fuck the date, we can just get the fucking. You're like, shit, let's go. Right? So what you really want to know is how to have sex. Right? So the first thing, and Justin, you hit the nail on the head earlier. You alluded to the fact that once you're rooted in your identity and you know who you are as a man, the byproduct of that is women will notice that. They will see the value. The women who are meant to see the value will see the value. Not every woman you encounter will see or appreciate it, right? Those are the women you shouldn't be dealing with. But this is what guys don't understand. Once you actually know who you are, you love who you are, and you celebrate who you are, and you showcase who you are when you meet women, the byproduct of that is you're going to encounter women who are feeling you. And those are the women that you deal with. Y'all got it.
Well, I gotta bounce real quick, but I just want to say, caller, that the date is not the time. It's not like I hear your thinking like, okay, I set the thing up and then like on my online profile, or you talk to her and then you set up the date, you get on the date, and you're like, okay, now I'm in the date. Now's the time to escalate. In your terms, because I don't use that POA nonsense. If you like, escalation should start with the moment that you connect, whether it's in person and you're saying hello, or you connect on the dating app or social media, wherever you're connecting with the girl. That so-called escalation happens right then and there, right? Because she's entering your world. That's where, like, you don't like do sex, you don't do flirtation. It's like you are sex. Like that's
you embody it.
Like, right. It's something that just exudes from you, right? Like that. It's like an energy field that she's coming into. It's nothing that you're performing. It's nothing you're like switching on or taking out of your pocket and like, okay, let's do this. You know, which card do I play in my Pokemon deck? It's nothing like that. It's just something that you embody, and you can't embody it if you're coming from a position of self-rejection, which I almost guarantee that you are. So like you've got like a root basis in this that extends long into your past. So you can't really like, my point is that you can't like learn tactics. You can't like go on YouTube, even though you probably already have, and like look up like how to flirt with girls, how to escalate, how to do this, how to do that, because it's not a matter of doing it. Like none of this shit is a matter of doing, right? It's like I can teach someone fucking like all the music that Mozart wrote, okay? But it's not gonna fucking turn you into Mozart. You see what I'm saying? Like if you play his songs, you're not gonna be Mozart. Like it's just not gonna happen. So you're not gonna. There's no tips or tricks or tactics or anything like that. Because when you get this shit sorted out from like a root, like fundamental foundational level of like who you are, which is your problem, not what you're saying, all of that stuff gets sorted out. And then the most benign things that come out of your mouth can be sexual. You can just tell her that you like her outfit, and that has more sexual charge than having the most flirtatious comment, right?
Because of the way she views,
because it's right, because it's who is saying it, not what is said or how it's said. It's who has said it. And I think that's what Jay was pointing out when he was giving his mention, is that it, like, we all can say whatever the fuck we want to say. It doesn't have to be like, oh, let me say this flirtatious comment to her, right? Like let me like do this technique that I learned on YouTube. It's nothing like that, because it's whatever comes out of our mouth because of who we are. There's no thing to actually say. There's no script. But with that, I gotta bounce. Zach, thank you for having me. Miles, Jake, good to see you, fellas. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll catch
All right, Justin, take it easy, brother.
Take it easy, Justin. All right.
Have a good one. So, caller, let me say this to you. Let me say this to you real quick. And this is what you guys need to understand. And I keep saying this, and I don't understand why guys don't get this. When you interact with a new woman, whether it's on a dating app, whether it's online, whether it's face-to-face, it's your first time interacting. You are, especially face-to-face, in that precise moment in time, whether it's a conscious decision or subconscious, you are being assessed for sexual desirability right now. Okay, women are forming a perception about you right now. So everything you're saying, the way that you're acting, your overall look, the way that you present yourself. Everything is being filtered and analyzed in nanoseconds right now, right? So the problem with a lot of you guys, when y'all meet women, y'all are very, very passive, very indirect, and just scared to really be who you want to be or be who you are and let women know what it is. So the perception that's being formed about you is based on your passiveness. It's based on the fact that you're indirect and you're indecisive. That's the perception. So then later on, you guys want to try and be sexual after that, right? The woman has already judged you based on how you presented yourself initially. So to Justin's point, he made this point before he left. When you very first meet a woman, I'll just use myself as an example. When I meet a woman face to face, assuming that I even want to have her meet me anywhere, and that's a big if, because I really don't even like doing that shit, right? But assuming that I do, the very first interaction we have face to face, I'm flirting, playfully and sexually. I'm flirting right away. So if and when I decide to say, hey, I'm going to be doing XYZ, why don't you join me? Take out your phone. When I tell her to take out your phone, put my number and call me on this day at this time. When she calls me, if she calls me, because it don't matter if she does or doesn't, but assuming she calls me, call her. When I start getting flirty on the phone, this is going to be welcome energy from what happened before. So when I talk to her on the phone, she's not getting new energy. She's not getting a completely different person. A lot of you guys, that's what you do when you meet women. You start off one way, face to face, and then when you get over the phone because you feel safe, because she can't reject you face to face, now you want to start to get a little more bold with what you say. And that usually don't work out for y'all. Y'all got it.
You got a lot. Go ahead.
One thing I will say is that I will admit that I do struggle over the phone just because I don't know. I guess I'm a little overly self-cautious, but I am not overly certain if I'm too platonic or if I'm actually like, if there's just certain things that I just really need to work on, especially over the phone.
Caller, when was the last time you had a conversation with a young woman? When was the last time?
I would say probably yesterday.
Probably.
Okay, was it on a dating app? Yeah, probably. Was it on a dating app, face to face? How was it? What kind of communication was it?
Are you talking about an interaction in general?
Yes.
No, a woman that you are attracted to. A woman that you are attracted to.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I got you. Hold on, please. Caller. Joseph.
Yes.
Do you hear yourself and how you have to put a disclaimer before every fucking statement?
Yes, I do.
You sound as if you're afraid of your own fucking life, bro. Like your issues are way deeper than trying to fuck a girl, man. But you got it, K.
No, bro, when I say the last time you talked to a woman, of course I'm implying a woman you were attracted to that you tried to get at. When was the last time you interacted with a woman you were sexually attracted to? When? And what happened?
Yesterday.
Where was it? Face to face? Was it online? Where was it?
It was over the phone. So yeah.
Okay, stop.
It was over the phone.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Please stop. Okay, so how did y'all meet? Because y'all obviously had each other's phone numbers. How did y'all meet?
So I had met her right outside of the doctor's office. So
okay, stop right there. Stop right there. No. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop. We good. We working with fish grease. So when you met her outside of the doctor's office, tell us about that interaction. Go.
Yeah. So I was just walking out and I had noticed that she was looking for directions because at the time she was working Amazon delivery. And I guess she was asking for directions within the doctor's office. So I gave her the directions. So then what I did was I introduced myself, right? And then I was just pretty much up front. I told her that I thought she was I thought she was very attractive, and I'd like to give her my phone number, and I'd like to set up a date, and I'd like to just connect. And then from there,
Okay. No. Stop. This is important. Did you actually say, I would like to set up a date? Did you use those words exactly? What words? This is important. Words are important. What words did you utilize to express your interest in furthering the conversation?
So I said I wanted to connect on a more deeper level. That's what I said.
You said deeper level. Is that what you said? You said deeper level? Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, that's what I said.
What does that?
What does that mean?
Like connect on a more intimate level, so I could be able to take her out on a date, and then kind of just see what goes from there.
No. You said deeper. Did you say intimate or deeper? Which word did you use? Okay, caller. When you're telling us the story, don't ad-lib words now. Tell us the exact words you used in conversation, because we're trying to help you understand where you went wrong. So it's important. What word did you use? You say deeper, more intimate?
Deeper.
What did you mean by deeper?
Yeah.
Go deeper with that. What did you mean? What did you mean by deeper?
Like more intimate level, like just like more like on a more sexual level, you know.
So hold on. Hold on, caller. What was she supposed to deduce? Yeah, that's a word for y'all motherfuckers. Was she supposed to deduce from the word deeper that you meant sexual? Were you hoping that she understood it to mean that?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of hoping. Yeah.
Oh,
so she walking around with a Mantosaurus.
You was hoping she would take it as that. Guys, real quick, and I'm gonna pass it to y'all. I want y'all to understand something. And you know, I have clients that do this. Y'all say shit to women, right? And you say indirect shit, right? And you say shit that you believe is like a sexual innuendo, that it has a double meaning or something, right? You, in your own mind, it has all these different meanings. In her mind, when you say deeper, she's thinking intellectual. She's like, I don't know, he wants to talk about Socrates, you know, Plato. I mean, what does nigga want to talk about? You know what I'm saying? So when you say deeper, that can be interpreted in so many different ways. Yeah, I got it.
Hey, caller, I think, you know, like the fact that you're able to speak up to them and, you know, communicate and, you know, talk to the ladies. That's, some guys can't even do that. But, you know, I really believe you need to get some counseling on moving forward from here. Because if you're able to say deeper and you know what you mean, then when you're on that date, you should be able to say, hey, this is what I mean by deep. Are you down with that? But you called and said, how do I go from platonic to them meaning what I want them to know? And it's because of what you're saying, right? And how you're saying it and your approach to it. So I think you need to get with one of these gentlemen here. You know, there's a lot of stuff being thrown at you, and right now, you know, get one of these coaches, get one of these guys, and then go from there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, there's no magic. There's like Justin was saying, there's no magic line. I could tell you, you know, send her a text, tell her what color panties not to wear, and you know, or what panties to wear, and you know, all this other stuff. But you're like, whoa, that's, you know, I'm not comfortable with doing that. And, you know, and then Miles could tell you, you know, say something like, hey, I got some new soap from somebody I want to use. Like, there's all sorts of stuff that could be said. But one, if you ain't got the temperament to say it, you ain't got the style and the command to say it, it ain't gonna mean the same thing.
Right.
You know, you got to know how and what you want to say and look in her eyes and with that look like, yeah, I said it, you know, so you just, I think you need some help with that, but I don't think you're too far off to understand the help that you need, because some guys aren't even talking to women talking about they want to go to have sex with them. So, but you're like, hey, I told her, hey, let's get together. I want to go something deeper. So you know what you want. Just it's time to say it.
Right.
All right, Carla. We'll let you go, man. Get some coaching. All right, bro.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, take it easy.
Thank you.
All right.
Yep. Kill these lines.
Yeah, let me grab a question. I don't know how much time you got, Jay Roman. You want to grab this one, Jay Roman? He says, I got this cashier at the supermarket giving me choosing. This shit, I'm irritated by this.
We're done.
I say, talk to her.
Yeah, there we go.
See how it goes. You might, hey, fellas. The thing is this: sometimes we forget because we're at the age where we're smarter now, where we can learn from people's experiences and stuff. But my thing is, you got to go through some experiences sometimes. Like, go on and talk to her and see how it goes, and then go from there. And you'll learn.
But look at what he's saying, giving me choosing signals. So you know what I find interesting is that guys are scared to approach women, right? They're scared to approach them. They wait for choosing signals. And then when a woman looks at them or looks past their way because she's looking at a fellow coworker, he thinks that she's staring at him. And she's giving me choosing signals. What should I do? Well, ain't that what you've been waiting for? Ain't that the video you guys watch that tell you to wait for choosing signals? So if you're getting them, what's going on? Guys, here's the reality of it. Okay, Oscar, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You are afraid to approach her. My thing is this, and this is for any guy. If you see a woman and you like the way that she looks, she is someone you can see yourself fucking. And you're a little curious about that. Go talk to her. Why not go talk to her? Why are you waiting for her to look at you and smile? And that's what you're doing. And I want guys to understand, for all you choosing signal guys, do you understand that in order for you to quote unquote wait for a choosing signal, you have to actually stare at the women you want and hope that they stare at you long enough for you to see?
Right.
So they see you staring. They know that you're staring. Guys, newsflash. Women can tell that you're always looking at them when you're walking from aisle to aisle looking at them. They can tell that you're doing that. You look creepy doing that shit. Just go up and talk. I'm bad. Y'all.
Yeah. I want them to get the experience, though. I want you to learn that when she looks at you and says, what? You realize, oh, she wasn't just looking at me. She's smiling and being polite because she's at work.
Yeah.
And once you know that, then learn from it, and then you'll know, hey, this choosy signal stuff, it ain't working out like I thought it would work out. Because there's a lot of people that smile at me when they're at work and say, hey, how you doing? That's not a choosing signal. But hey, because I'm gonna tell you right now, Zach, you can say all that, but he's like, man, every time I go in there, man, she's smiling at me, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, she want me. I'm telling you. So, hey, go for it.
And you know what it is, too? You know what it is? These guys, I think one of the biggest reasons why they are afraid to make a move, because in their minds, they think, what if she rejects me? Then I got to see her again when I come into the store, and I'm going to feel uncomfortable. I think a lot of guys, they are afraid to get at women at certain places because they know they might be at that place again. And my thing is, guys, if a woman isn't interested in you, when she sees you again, she ain't thinking about your ass. She ain't really thinking about it like that, right? It's you that makes it weird. But let's get to this question. He says, what are the main reasons for not fucking with a broke bitch? Well, me personally, because I love myself.
Yeah.
You said what?
Broke bitches have nothing to lose, so you got to be careful. Because if you're dealing with a person who has nothing to lose, that means they'll fuck your shit up.
Where's Jay Bizzo at? Shout out to Jay Bizzo. He called in last week and he told us about the chick. Second date, they was fucking. She said, why don't I just move my shit in here? Right?
Yeah.
She was living with other people. Broke bitches, and then he put a baby in her, and now he got a drinking habit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay Bizzo. Shout out to Jay Bizzo. My bad, Jay Bizzo. Hey, give up the alcohol. I did.
The answer is in the question. The answer is in the question. What standards do you have for you?
Facts. So next question.
Okay, real quick. Let me grab the next question. Okay, is this it right here? Yeah, right here.
You're showing a clip of that person. How would you deal with the woman in the clip who's showing you that kind of disrespect? The way you deal with that type of woman starts way before you even meet her. So that's a long answer to a question.
Number one, I wouldn't even be in that predicament. I can't even answer this question. You know what it is, Miles? There are certain questions that a real nigga can't answer. Because I was like, I would never be in this bitch nigga position to even hypothetically answer this. I couldn't answer it. I wouldn't be in that predicament
at all. Yo,
so he says,
yeah,
I wouldn't know anything about that. So he says, my girlfriend has a restraint.
No. That's a trolling question. That's a trolling question.
Right, let's get to another one. My God.
Yeah, he's been doing that same thing.
Other than exposure therapy, are there other equally formidable tools to overcome sexual insecurities and gain sexual confidence? Guys, y'all are making sex way too serious. It's just, guys, look, here's the reality of it, right? It's just like if you were to go buy a car, right? And I hate to even compare women to cars because the goofy niggas do this, but I'm doing it for a different reason, right? If you're gonna go buy a car, normally you're gonna test drive the cars. You're gonna test drive it. You're gonna open, the hood, the engine, and all of that, right? To make sure you like it, right? Sex is the same way. Just because you have sex with a woman, she might like you, but you might not like her sexually. Y'all know how many times I had sex with chicks that like my shit, but I ain't like their shit, right? And I'm like, I ain't want to fuck her no more, but she still wanted to fuck me. Oh, thank you. I'm moving on. Guys, sexual compatibility is a real thing. So instead of being concerned about whether or not you can satisfy a woman sexually, be more concerned as to whether or not she can satisfy you sexually.
Facts.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he just got to start with confidence and being, start with gratitude. You understand? Start with gratitude, because the problem with this is that I think you're putting too many expectations on sex itself. You're putting too many expectations on yourself physically, and so that's always gonna fuck with you. That's always gonna fuck with you.
No, I ain't gonna comment. It just, some things you got to go through, man.
As a 23-year-old introvert, find out the things that you're interested in and appreciate your own interests by finding events and situations in your city that support your interests and go to those events.
Let me say this, because the fact that he's asking that question, and this is what I'm noticing, fellas, and there are some guys watching right now. A lot of you younger guys, maybe you're 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. What I'm realizing with a lot of you guys is the time you guys were in high school, probably from 14 to 18, 15 to 18, y'all really didn't have too much of a social life. Y'all really didn't deal with girls like that or anything like that. And now that you guys are older, in your early 20s, approaching your mid 20s, you're real far behind as far as just not only being sociable with women and dealing with women on a sociable level, but also on a sexual level and other ways. And guys, when you go out here dealing with women, they're gonna eat y'all alive. You know what I'm saying? You need some coaching. They're gonna eat y'all. Look, there are women out here who mean well. Like I'm telling you, there are women out here who mean well. They're not bad people. But when they run into weak motherfuckers like the lady in the video, they can't help but to step on you like a roach. They can't get this weak shit away from. They can't help it. And I think you and L talked about this. How weak women they got to stump you out. They can't stand. I'm not weak women, but women, they can't. Weak men, because you're a danger to them. You guys, you are a danger to women. Not only mentally and emotionally, but even physically. You being weak, you are a danger to women. Y'all got
facts.
I love how we take these new words and introvert. I'm an introvert, and I'm a this, and I'm a this. You a person that just hasn't put themselves out there to try new things and be confident in who you are. So my thing is, be who you are. And back in the day, man, I used to love nerds. I was always cool with them. And nowadays they wouldn't call him a nerd or anything like that, because that's one of the terms they don't want to use. But my thing is, they were always true to themselves. Like, they knew who they were, they knew what they like, and it didn't matter how many times you teased them, how many times you they was still like, hey, this is who I am. This is, and my thing is, you can't be afraid to be who you are, and now you just got to go try new things and do different stuff, and you got to put actions behind words. So there's a lot of stuff you say in your head, I should go do this, and I should go do that, and I should go do this, but you sit there and just keep saying it instead of putting action behind words. There's nothing nobody could do to help you out besides you moving and saying, hey, I want to get out there and do more stuff. Let me look at it. We got the most technology right now where you could look up exactly where to go find something and go do it and meet people that's doing it too. So that's, no, there's no introvert or nothing. You just ain't doing nothing, man. Go do something.
Facts.
No, you're just antisocial. That's all that is. And let me say this real quick. Yes, I believe most women, for the most part, they mean well. And then they meet a guy who's a pushover or a guy who's a sucker, and they're like, I just can't help but to use this motherfucker. I gotta treat him like a piñata. I gotta get him. Right. And I said this real quick. Because there are instances, all right, peace, real quick, and then we're about to finish it with this. There are instances where women definitely want men to do all the heavy lifting and all of the thinking, where they do want to be submissive. But there are other times where being in control is kind of fun to them, right? But they're being in control, telling the motherfucker what to do, seeing a man grovel behind them, that shit is kind of fun to women sometimes, right? So my suggestion to you guys is don't be a woman's plaything. Don't be that, right? And on that note, man, guys, Miles, salute to you for coming through. Shout out to Mr. Justin. Shout out to Jay Roman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where can they see you at, my brother?
Guys, once again, check me out at Cunningham Elements, and also check me out on YouTube at Miles in the Game, at Miles in the Game. Also on Instagram at Miles in the Game, at Miles in the Game. So, and make sure you check us out tomorrow, 12 noon. Real Game, No Theory. Shout out to Mr. 1950. Shout out to Steve Dean, Lucario, K-Zag, and myself. We'll be there tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. So make sure y'all check us out.
There we go. And real quick, to the guy that asked the question, guys, talking to anybody, it doesn't have to be a woman. Talking to anybody, talking to people, being sociable improves your communication. But when it comes to women, yes. Why wouldn't, guys? The only way to improve your communication is to do what? Communicate. On that note, we out. Real Game, No Theory tomorrow, 11 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock now.